All right, today we're going to start kind of transitioning over to verbs. Now, there are some things you probably already know about verbs just from past grades. One thing you need to know is that when we're talking about a complete sentence, it has to have two things, a subject and a predicate. Now remember, the subject is the noun of our sentence and the predicate is the verb. The main word in the predicate is the verb. Now, an action verb. We have two different kinds of verbs, action and linking. Let's talk about action verbs first. An action verb tells what the subject, remember our noun, this is who or what, it tells what the subject is doing or what they have done. Sorry, that should be a D. Done. What are they doing or what have they done? These are actions that are something that show it is physical. The example I used earlier today was if I were talking about a cat scratching, the cat is my subject, that's my thing, and the scratching is the verb. That's the thing the cat is doing. Let's take a look at this example that we have over here. Give me just a second, make this a little bit smaller and easy to write with. It says the little boy cried yesterday. Now the subject is whom or what. And in this case, boy is who we are talking about. Now the action verb tells what the subject is doing. What's that boy doing or what did he do? He cried yesterday. I want you to pause the video and try the your turn examples on your own. And when you're done, resume the video and check your work with mine. All right, let's check and see how you did. Who or what is this sentence about? Our father left for work already. Well, you should have found that father was who the person who left for work. And then what was the father doing? The father left. How about the next sentence? My mother works in a tall skyscraper. Who are we talking about? Mother. What does mother do? She works. Now we've talked about action verbs, things that characters are doing, but we also have things called linking verbs. These are the kinds of verbs that join the subject to the predicate. It usually tells what the subject is or what it is like. Now, this might sound a little more familiar when I give you some examples. Some common linking verbs are verb forms of the word be. For example, we have am, is, are, was, and were. Am, is, are, was, were. You're going to hear your teacher reference those forms of be quite often this year. Linking verbs join the subject to the predicate. Now, for the example, I am tired. The subject of this sentence is whom the sentence is about. For example, this time it's I. The sentence is about I. And instead of giving an action, the linking verb tells what the subject is or is like. What is the subject like? They are tired. But the linking verb in this sentence is actually the word am. It connects I to tired. You can't just say I tired. It sounds kind of goofy. You would have to say I am tired. Pause the video and try the next two before checking your answers with me. Okay, let's see how you did. So we have the family was laughing. Well, who are we talking about? We're talking about family. And the family what? The family was laughing. Remember, was connects family to laughing. Who are we talking about in the next sentence? Sisters. The sisters what? The sisters were on my team. And what gets really kind of funky is that some verbs actually can act as both linking and action, depending on how you use them. The list that I'm going to show you below is full of all kinds of examples that could be used two different ways. So let me show you what I mean by that. Become, seem, appear, feel, look, taste, and we actually don't have a third example, so you can cross that off. These are the most common forms or words that could be used as both action and linking. Let me show you some examples. The cake smells delicious. Smells is a linking verb in this sentence because a cake cannot actually do the action of smelling. It would be kind of goofy to walk into a kitchen and see a cake sniffing around. The verb is simply telling what the cake is like. It smells delicious. But if I were to use it as an action verb, I would say the girl is the one who's doing the smelling. Look, she smells the delicious cake baking in the oven. The girl is actually sniffing her nose, smelling the cake. Your turn. Pause the video, see how you do, and then come back for your answers. All right, let's look at it. You should look for something to eat. Well, first of all, who are we talking about? We are talking about you. And what is the word that looks, oh, I guess I kind of gave it to you there, that could actually be linking or action depending how it's used? You should have found look. You should look for something to eat. This would be where it's an action. You're the one doing the looking. But if I were to talk to you about that snack looks good to eat, I'm talking about snack. That's my subject. And the snack what? The snack looks good to eat. This is linking because we know that a snack can't actually look at you. That would be kind of scary. Now for the exit slip, you need to go ahead and try to do both jobs for the writer and the marker since you are not able to trade with a person here in class. Go ahead and do the writer's job and then do the marker's job. When you're finished, cut this out and glue it into your journal and bring that exit slip back to your teacher when you're done.